This is Sierra Leone's Pavilion.
Don't stop.
This is Sierra Leone's Pavilion at the Expo 2020 Dubai. It has just been officially opened by our Immaculate First Lady and Commissioner General for Sierra Leone at the Expo. This is a new beginning, so we'll take you around the facilities in the Sierra Leone Pavilion so that people can see. This is Madam First Lady. This is Madam First Lady behind the flag. The First Lady will now take a conducted tour of the facilities. You are getting a live broadcast from the Expo 2020 Dubai Pavilion, where we host Madam First Lady, courtesy of the information attaché, Mohamed Massakoy.
What's up with the lights? Please. Okay, now we have to find where they are.
We need the lights on.
Yeah, we need it. Also for my picture.
So these are awesome photos depicting the beauty and touristic aspect of our motherland, Sierra Leone.
Indeed. We only want to talk about education, more education, and more education. So we start with, this is His Excellency's agenda. We all know it's the human capital development. So we focus on developing our human being first, before anything. If you remember this building, this is our wonderful Fume College. That's the old Fume College building. And we thought we should bring in our education, everything that makes Sierra Leone great. That's what we want to do here at the Expo.
And listeners, before we proceed, let us also, it is worth noting the tremendous effort of our Commissioner General, who has heightened Sierra Leone's preparation for this particular event. We all know Expo has an history of 170 years, but this is the first time that Sierra Leone as a nation, we are in this big and global event where we are showcasing what we are made of, all courtesy of Her Excellency, the Commissioner General, and our First Lady. So you can see, these are chimpanzees from the Takaguma Sanctuary. This is our beautiful Banana Island.
Our historic cotton tree is here. The tree where the freedom and the slaves that are freed in Sierra Leone, the very first slaves that were freed in Sierra Leone actually came under the cotton tree and did their first mass. And that's this, the importance of this cotton tree is not just a normal tree, but it is a tree that symbolizes freedom. We have our beautiful The Place Hotel in Kent, promoting tourism, promoting what makes us the most beautiful country in the world. This is the famous #2 beach. If you've never been to #2, please make it a point of visit. The most beautiful beach in the world. #2. These are our Amistad heroes. Unfortunately, we don't talk a lot about Sembepie, but Sembepie is a great man, was a great man, and the whole world celebrates Sembepie. But in Sierra Leone, we talk so little about Sembepie, and we thought at the global stage, this is a place to bring Sembepie and let the world know about our history and know that this great man is not an American, not a British, but a Sierra Leonean that we're so proud to celebrate at the Expo. And these are the other heroes of the Amistad. If you watch the Amistad movies, then these are the other heroes of the Amistad.
As you can see, Her Excellency, Madam First Lady and Commissioner General for Sierra Leone is taking a conducted tour of the facilities at the Sierra Leone Pavilion at this year's Expo event in Dubai. And we want to remind that the Expo is a global platform where over 190 participating countries are here. So in essence, we are safe to say the world is in Dubai.
Yeah, indeed. We are here. Come to Sierra Leone. Well, this is the most interesting part. Absolutely.
Wow.
This is when Hands of our Girls lands in Dubai Expo. You all know of the campaign, the Hands of our Girls, who have taken the world by surprise. And we're still climbing, we're still doing what we needed to do to protect our children and make sure Sierra Leone becomes a safe place for our children. So as I continue to say to you all, hands off our girls.
Hands off our girl indeed.
And on this side, I just want to show you the most handsome man in the world.
Can you imagine that?
Wow.
His Excellency, retired Brigadier General Fatima Bio. There is no way we will celebrate the Expo and not talk about His Excellency and his Human Capital Development Project. We all know where he found Sierra Leone when he became the president of our nation. And he had transformed and empowered and enlightened and cleansed our image around the world. And today, we're seen as one of the most respected African nations, and him as one of the most respected African leaders around the world today. So yes, he's your president, my president, our president, and the most important part, my husband.
Okay, so we just completed the human capital development
This is one
part of it.
island.
Still on tourism.
We need to be talking
Still
about
on tourism.
things that Sierra Leone has. We have so much to show the world, and it's for us to tell our stories. Now we're talking about the lion mantis. You know, the word Sierra Leone, it's called Sierra Leone. That is a Portuguese word for Sierra Leone, because when the Portuguese came to Sierra Leone, they saw our mountains. For them, they looked like lions. And that's how the name come about, Sierra Leone. And it was later changed to Sierra Leone. And we need people to know. And innovation. That's the way the world is going right now. Innovation, innovation, innovation. So you can't do innovation without technology. The world is doing great technology. And here is our investment opportunities. We're going to have a business forum day on the 15th of October. If you are investors and you want to come to Sierra Leone or invest in Sierra Leone, we want to see you, engage you here on the 15th of October. This is our, you can't project Sierra Leone or promote Sierra Leone without showing our beautiful African women from the rural area and the villages. So, you know, this woman looks like me, looks like my mother, looks like my grandmother, because we are all one and the same. Typical African woman with zest, strong and focused. That's my Sierra Leone woman.
Agriculture. Yes,
Now we're talking about tradition. Well, on this side, we want to talk about our marine resources. We're here to promote our marine resources, all the wonderful fish and things that we have under the sea. This section is dedicated to them. You know, if you are a marine person and or you are into fishing business or whatever in the sea that you think you want to invest in, Sierra Leone is the place to be. These are just our cultural dancers, when we have our functions, these are the things that you expect to see around. And we have to. You are nothing without a culture. And we have to showcase our culture. So you come back to culture. You know, this is traditional music and cultural exchange for us. Our pavilion is more about educating people what Sierra Leone is all about, and as it stands, Sierra Leone's focus is on human capital development. Human capital development. So when you come into our pavilion, everything that you see is something that will educate you.
And listeners, just to add to Madam First Lady, our Commissioner General, we may know that His Excellency has prioritized tourism as part of the bedrock of economic diversification. We all know about that for far too long. Our GDP or our economy has relied too much on mineral, and that is not coming as it used to be. So as part of his economic drive, His Excellency prioritized tourism as a means of economic diversification, as well as fisheries. So as you may have seen, this particular expo is an opportunity for Sierra Leone to showcase, apart from mining, what are the other things that we can offer in terms of tourism, in terms of agriculture, in terms of fisheries. So His Excellency, please do, Madam First Lady, our able Commissioner General. Wow. Rich history indeed, rich history indeed. Sierra Leone is in Dubai to showcase what we can offer back home. As you can see, our Immaculate First Lady. Education, our priority, our flagship program. Now we are here also to showcase our talent. We are also here to get support, to attract investment in the educational sector. We all know His Excellency, his government is spending 22% of our national budget on education. So here also, you have the thinking man with the book.
Tenacity as women to stand up and say we've had enough and we want to be equal partners.
And just to add, Madam Ella Koblo-Gulama has just been mentioned, is Sierra Leone's first female paramount chief, as well as being the first member of parliament in Sub-Sahara, a female. So she's worth celebrating, even though she's not around. But we live with our legacy. Our legacy lives on.
This side is the kids' corner. Everywhere you go, you have your children. You have to let your children be a part of the journey. So this will be our children's corner. And when you come here with a child, they'll be accommodated and sit here while they watch the video they want to watch. And someone will be here to talk to them about Africa or Sierra Leone as the main topic, because this is a Sierra Leone Pavilion. And these are our magazines that we're showcasing in our magazine. We have a whole lot. Now, let me just read one of the most important and a very structured and honest message from His Excellency retired Brigadier General Fatima Bio. And it reads, this magazine showcases snippets of our version of God's paradise, its rich culture and historical heritage, its mountains, rich forests, fertile valleys and lowlands, its long stretch of golden sand beaches and tropical islands, its blue Atlantic oceans teeming with fish and marine life that is the delight of tarpon game fishing, its deep natural harbor, and its mild and favorable year-round weather. We have thousands of hectares of open fertile land that are available for agriculture and food productions. Our National Geographical Survey has recently confirmed extensive deposits of high-grade iron ore, rutile, bauxite, gold, diamonds, and real earth throughout the country. Prospective offshore oil deposits have also been identified. So we're looking forward to investors who are willing to come to our country. Our business-friendly laws are simple, and we encourage and support investors at the highest level of government. We are investing in energy and more roads and other infrastructures. We are also continuously improving the business ecosystem. Ours is a peaceful nation with a majority Muslim population where we have embraced and practiced great tolerance, compassion, and respect for one another. And for all our guests, our communities are open, safe, welcoming, and friendly. People and friendly people who have visited Sierra Leone once will always visit Sierra Leone a second and more time. I extend an open invitation to you to visit Sierra Leone, experience Sierra Leone, and take up the opportunity it offers. His Excellency retired Brigadier General Fatima Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
As a written statement from the commander himself.
A message from our President to the world. Okay? We're showcasing nothing but human capital development, education, tourism, agriculture. This is all about our nation. Everything you want to learn about Sierra Leone is here. And then histories that us Sierra Leoneans don't know, we've decided to bring them here at the Expo. This is the Freedom Step. We all know the Freedom Step in Kinjimi, but most of us don't know the history of the Freedom Step. This is the step when the first freed Africans came to Sierra Leone. They climbed these steps and walked up Kinjimi and went straight up to the cotton tree where they did their first mass. And you see, straight up to the cotton tree. This is where they did their first mass as Christians and to celebrate God for their freedom. We don't want to talk about too much diamonds. Our country is full of diamonds. So if you're looking for diamond, or you're a diamond buyer, or you want to invest in diamond, Sierra Leone is the place.
Just the place to be. Just the place to be.
Indeed. Oh, paradise on earth. Mr. Ambassador, I want you to actually join me celebrate our beautiful country.
And ladies and gentlemen, Our Excellency, the Commissioner General, has just been joined by Sierra Leone's ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, and with accreditation to cover India and Bangladesh. Welcome, His Excellency.
Thank you very much, Mr. Masakwa. And I'm honored to join you in doing this. This is a fantastic job she's doing on behalf of the country. It's an indication of the great interest she has in the development of our country. Thank you very much, Madam First Lady. I'm pleased to have you here. Let me officially welcome you to UAE. You welcome me to Sierra Leone Pavilion. You are the Commissioner General of Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to pause and then go around and check our pavilions and make sure everything is ready. So when today the pavilion is open, but this is where we now have to put the little teas to make it extra super ordinary.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. And like we mentioned, Madam First Lady, the Commissioner General of Sierra Leone, is here in Dubai as part of the Expo 2020. We're here to showcase what Sierra Leone as a country can offer. For now, we'll pause and we'll get on to you. I've been your reporter. I've been behind the camera, Mohammed Lamin Masakoi, the information attaché for Sierra Leone Embassy in the UAE. Thank you for listening and for watching.